Welcome back to Games Revealed. I am James and also the Brink, and we are one. So today we have an interesting topic for the live stream, and that is me swapping out my controller, essentially the whatever they're called, the controller sticks, not the sticks themselves, but the input unit. And so I have that. Gonna swap it out. There might be some soldering that is gonna have to go down. We'll see. I have my soldering gun right here. Ooh. Yeah. Take off that plastic piece. So we'll see if we do the soldering part though. That seems like it'd just be a little too much on just a little bit too much. Now, before we get into welcoming everyone, give me 1 second as I am going to test something real quick, and then we're going to then get into chatting a little bit while we get things kind of set up and ready to go. Okay. How is everyone doing? This is your time to shine, to say hello, to welcome us in. As I am getting this in. Here we go. Let's see. Okay, we can see that now. Okay. Okay, welcome back. I am back. Foon Booter is back, or welcome back. Andre, whoa, nice. Don't know what you're saying that to, but welcome. I know that it's a little late for you, but it's always good to see you. Howdy, Dylan. Jadon, I missed my Steam Deck email by 1 day, and Valve still didn't want to help me out in getting it. I bet you they are overwhelmed with requests at this moment. I can almost guarantee it, that they are just being bombarded. I doubt they scaled well on personnel as opposed to decks. That being said, that really does suck, Jadon. I really do. That does suck. Get back in the queue as soon as possible and maybe message them one more time. Maybe you'll hit a different representative. That's the thing. Sometimes if you hit a different rep or a different person that's going to handle the ticket, they might handle it differently. I don't know what the protocols are like with Valve. I know in the past when people have contacted them when they missed it by a day, they usually would be generous and fulfill it. But yeah, that's the best you could do. Worst case scenario, you don't get it until November is what I'm thinking, and that does suck. I really am just trying to help out more than anything. Okay, Brandon, aka Chad and Cat, what's up, Brinky from the Duo fam? Hey, welcome, man. Then we got Viral Rabbi. Hi, hey, how's it going? I am doing good. Jeremy, greetings from California, home of the heat wave. It is 110 degrees today. Yeah, excuse me. Some places in California don't have great AC, so I don't know what part. If it's Southern California, I'd assume you'd have AC, which that's still hot, Jeremy. Where I grew up, it could get up to 115, but it was kind of by Las Vegas, so it is a little bit of a spicy heat wave lately. Let's see. Freitas, how's it going? And no AC. Okay, now I read it, Jeremy. No AC. That sucks. That truly does suck. I'm in Irvine. Ugh. Yeah, Viral. That is not going to be. That is going to be really spicy heat. Brian, good evening, all. Hey, welcome, Brian. Ralph, hi. I'm from Virginia Beach. How is Virginia Beach these days? Let's see here. Dylan, Moapa Tribal Enterprises. I don't know if there's multiple Moapas, but is that like Moapa, Nevada? Gamer moments. Good afternoon, gamers. Greetings from Alabama. Hey, got some Alabama here. We got everyone from just all around the states. We'll probably have some people around the world too. Yeah, no, AC does suck. Viral. Yeah, 110 is crazy to not have AC. That's when you start doing those tricks to get the AC coming up. To bring the you can do the ice in the cooler with a fan. There's a lot of tricks you can do to kind of alleviate the cold, the heat. But it's so, if you're just stuck in heat, our AC went out last year, and we get up to about 100. I think maybe the hottest it got was 105, and that does suck. Luckily, like, I'm not in southern Utah anymore. That it doesn't ever cool off. So when the AC goes out, it just sucks. Where I'm at in central, more northern, it cools down at least at night. So there's some reprieve. Okay. Let's see here. Sharon, not a great day. Couldn't order the new M.2 docking station for Steam Deck. Is that the Joysticks one? Because that was an interesting one. I have one that's not like a true dock. It's a dongle kind of thing. It's a dongle dock. I like it quite a bit. Yeah. I still haven't. I need to get a dock. I just haven't because I have the dongles. Oh, and hi. I'm not going to miss you, man. Looks like it's just you, hi. Wolf is MIA. Let's see. JSOX releasing another docking station. Yeah, this one has an M.2 drive in it, which is cool. But my problem is that, from my understanding, Valve has not released a new patch to allow M.2 drives to be accessed from the Steam Deck's game mode. Unless I'm mistaken, there are some scripts you can do to kind of get it to work, but it's not perfect, honestly. You are live streaming my stream, Viral. You have 13 streams watching me. Yeah, let's not spam the chat. You're more than welcome to chat. Just don't spam it, please. Fall, hi, just got my Steam Deck email on Monday, and I placed the order as soon as I got it. Super excited for my new deck that I've been waiting almost 6 months for. Oh, dude, congratulations, Fall. It's exciting. Ralph, it's a dock apocalypse. Hey, you know what? It's better to have unlimited docks than zero docks, right? Valve, I bet you Valve even cancels their dock. I just don't think I don't know. But then again, is it going to come out next month? Maybe it is. I'm just mistaken. I think I forgot that maybe there's an announcement coming out in October. I kind of honestly, unless Valve changes their mind on the dock, or like, I shouldn't say change their mind, unless they like really make one part of it enticing, I don't know if I'll get it for content, but it's not going to be something I care about. Welcome home, Wolf. And you're fine. You're fine. It's always good to have you, Wolf. Viral, what was the first game you've ever played? That is an impossible one for me to answer. My first game that I really remember playing, like first most memorable game, would be something along the lines of Half-Life, StarCraft, or the original Doom. I did play a little bit on Mac at a friend's house, but first game, even before that, would be Game Gear Batman, and before that, that's a Mario. Now you're jogging the memory, and probably the NES Mario is the first game I remember really playing. So Mario on the NES. SNES? NES? I think NES. I was really young, though. Gamer moments. If Valve makes their docks super cheaper somehow, then it would be worth it. Yes and no. Like, I don't think there's a reason for them to make it super cheaper. Like, it's super cheap. They just need to make it the right price. And you don't want to cheap out too much on a dock, as it does handle your power, and you don't want to short things out. I've actually heard people having issues with that. So do not get cheap docks. It can cause issues and eventually and potentially ruin your Steam Deck. Now, that being said, there's a good chance Valve might replace it. I just still wouldn't take that chance, especially if it's something that's going to happen 6 months down the road, maybe even past your warranty, which I think is a year. Fall question to you. Oh, hi. I hope you're having luck with the coffee shop. Fall question. Do you know Detroit Become Human? That's one game I want to try on deck, and I want to know how it performs. I've heard of stutters, but still unclear for me. From my understanding, that game had some performance issues anyways. I wouldn't be surprised if it had stutters on the Steam Deck. That being said, I don't have it. I haven't been able to try it out yet. It's a game I've been wanting to try for a while, but I have not tried it on the Steam Deck yet. I'd have to potentially purchase it to find that out. So, Jeremy, that's actually a good question. Do you guys even remember the first game you ever played? Yeah, I know. That is actually a really good question. Jeremy, Fall, it plays really well. There you go. Jeremy answered it. I need to give like an incentive, because I'm going to have a section on my website soon on gamesreveal.com to record how your session is on the Steam Deck with the game. I wouldn't mind making it so that people could, if you had a good experience or not on the game on Steam Deck. Just play it at medium settings at 45. It is an old enough game that I would assume it would play well. The stutters would come from just not the game being optimized potentially. But that was a while ago that I heard about those rumors. Were you able to beat Mario on NES? No, I was not able to beat Mario on NES. I was too young. I don't think I beat I don't know if I beat anything, because I played Sonic and Batman on the Game Gear. I don't know, honestly. So, a gamer shortcut. Have you tried any docks? I've tried dongle docks. That's what I kind of call them. I have one right here. I've tried a couple. Though I have ones that I recommend, like this one right here. This Anchor one. I know Anchor's kind of one of those ones that's a little bit overpriced, but I do know that they work. And they work decent enough. They seem quality enough. And then I have another one somewhere around here. Give me one second. This might be a good time, too, if you notice below that I have new t-shirts. So, this is... let's see. Right here. So, got 99 problems, but a screamer ain't one. This is a community-made t-shirt. Kind of. Wolf is the one that came up with the idea and kind of made the shirt. And then also, LoJack in the community is the one that came up with the idea. It's 7 days to die t-shirt style. There are screamers that attract additional zombies. That's what it's based off of. So I think it's in the description below, or below the video. It's kind of the first kind of merch that I'm kind of promoting now. I'll have more coming out, but it's stuff. I love making merch, so you'll see me make merch, because I tend to wear my merch. So I really like it. A Viral Rabbi, did you ever play Duck Hunt on the NES with the gun? Yes, I did. It was really fun. It was a blast. If you go back, it's not the most accurate game in the world. It is not the most accurate. It was cool that you could do it, though. The concept was just amazing that what that game was. And so I really did like that game. Also, just gotta say, it's my favorite season coming up. Got my pumpkin candle. Going. Probably should. It is really strong. I probably should cover up before I like OD on pumpkin smell. Got this just in case we need it. Really hope we don't need it. There's a good chance I just won't do that part. So it is fall season. So Dutch Bros has a caramel pumpkin brulee cold brew that I love. I love it. It has what is it called? Like a cream top or something like that. I'm gonna catch up on right before we get started, and while I'm catching up on chat, I'm gonna throw in an ad right now. This is gonna go into. I have someone that makes thumbnails, editing, stuff like that. It's Wolf, and same with the merch. The stuff is going to go into addition like. So I do make money from the channel, and I do pay Wolf, and that's a big part of that. And so, yeah. I'm not trying to throw Wolf out there, but she's been a big help. And so if you want to continue to help and you can give her more time to help and stuff. Okay, I'm going to insert the ad and read the comments. And then if you're still here, congratulations. You have YouTube Premium, or you are bypassing the system. Okay, let's see here. Yeah, I've missed a ton of the chat. So there's no way. If you want to make sure to get me in the chat, like at me. I'm going to have a system soon to where I'm going to have mods be able to allow me to see the like highlighted stuff first. Yes, Wolf, thank you. Thanks, Chad and Kat. That shirt is sick. This is what they said. Yeah, so just one last thing. We're gonna get into these. So we're gonna get into these very soon. And what makes these so special is that they're designed to not have drift. They're designed to last a lot longer and to not have drift. OG Gaming, how's it going, man? Oh yeah, Wolf. No, it's okay. I'm sorry. I won't say it anymore. I just feel like when I'm trying to like, I'm not begging for money in any way. Just if you want to support the channel, just want to say it goes to a good place. Oh boy, I have hundreds of accounts. FYI, no point in blocking me. I'm going to make you a trillionaire. Oh, okay. Let's not. Okay. Let's ban viral. He's just going to ruin the whole experience. Okay. Let's see here. Okay, so cool. Leonidas, I installed these maybe an hour after my Steam Deck was delivered. How hard was it I don't know. Okay, so I like doing like little like gotcha streams. Oh, not gotcha streams. Like streams where I'm like, okay, we're going to do something that I've never done before in some form or fashion. I have fixed devices that I've had in the past before. I've yet to open this Steam Deck. I've opened up my other one. I shouldn't say that. Wife won't like that. My wife's other one. Okay, she's not going to like hate me or anything. It's just more or less. It doesn't matter, I guess. Okay. Okay, July 26th. Do you recommend going for the 64 gig or the 512 Steam Deck? I just received my availability email and unsure if I should go with the 512. Is it price that you're unsure of, or what are you unsure of? If it's something like where you can't afford it, then go with the 64. If you can afford it, just go with the 512. The 512 is awesome. The anti-glare screen is good enough. You can see it still has some glare to it, but it's much better than the original. The anti-glare screens that I have tried on my deck are not as good as this. This is only anti-glare, I would say, where those ones are much more anti-glare, but they do ruin the color balance and also and make it a little bit. They don't ruin it; they just make it a little off, and then it makes it fuzzy. If you're playing a lot of games, I shouldn't. You won't notice it after a little while, but it is annoying. And honestly, if you like quality, I would just stick with the 512, as it does come with that hardened anti-glare screen, and then the 512. That being said, to upgrade the 512 is not very difficult. One of these days I'll make a video on it. I have to make a video on like a billion other items that are on my list, and things keep on kind of getting in the way for me to do that. So Brazil, Rio de Janeiro. Welcome. Gamer moments. I'm way too scared to open my Steam Deck when it's not broken. Its sticks start to drift. I'll be sort of comfortable enough to upgrade the sticks and storage. Yes. Honestly, it's really... Okay, Wolf, what I'm about to do. I actually remember this time. Okay, we're about to do it. I'm being a little sarcastic. Wolf saved my memory card every time. So a little tip. Take this out. You will break it. There's been multiple people in the community that have broken multiple of their own SD cards when opening this. It is kind of a poor design, and in fact, I'm going to just give me 1 second. I need to make a note because I'm going to make a video. I want to make sure I note this because I'm going to make a video soon on specifically on opening. Okay. Okay, sorry. So I'm going to make a video on this on what to know exactly when opening your deck and kind of going through this. I want to make sure that people know. I don't have a light on this, do I? Oh, well. So, let's see here. I heard the noise, but I don't know what's the trigger. Or not the trigger, what was the event that made the noise? Okay, well, whatever it is, whoever, if you donated, subbed, bought something, I am going to be working. Oh, you know what? No, it's right there. Does it get covered up maybe? No, I don't think so. Oh, well. I am going to be upgrading my streaming stuff, so... Viral's really going to try, isn't he? I don't think he realizes that every time he comes back and we notice him and he gets banned, he's going to run out of accounts. I mean, eventually, right? I don't know. You get in a clear case when it's out. The clear case is out. I've actually been ordering more and more accessories. I'm going to be doing more videos on video reviews on accessories as use this thing. So I need to throw this stuff into my recommended. I'll have more recommended stuff on my website too soon. Once I get back on track on everything. But I'm using today an iFixit kit, and then you can use their. So with this kit comes essentially just a Philip. Whatever, what is this thing called? Essentially a screwdriver kit with all the heads, different types of heads, but with the back plate or with the front plating, it has grooves in it. You can put your screws in. Just a little tip for people that haven't done this before. It's kind of nice to just separate them. Gotta keep them separated. See if we get copyright strike for just that. Okay, what have I missed on chat? I have not been paying attention. Yeah, remove your SD card. He's doing it. Oh my gosh, yeah, sorry. Take the sucker out. Ooh, they probably have. Oh, another thing I need to do. Let's turn this thing off. I have taken the power out without turning it off. It's not gonna, it didn't ruin anything. In theory, it shouldn't ruin anything. The problem is you want the least amount of power running through things. So we'll shut that down. Hi. There's probably been at least 3 terabytes of SD cards that have been guillotined by that back cover. 3 terabytes of SD cards? No, there has probably been hundreds of terabytes of SD cards guillotined by that thing. It is, from my understanding, very likely to break. Oh, chat. So, yeah. Okay, got a super chat here. Okay. Ooh. I defocused it. Okay. Gamer Moments, $1. Thank you for the super chat. iFixit Pro Tech Toolkit. I probably. It's this thing. Ooh. Probably need to get a new one. I've broken 1 or 2 pieces. Do you have a kit that you like? Hi. I know that you're kind of in the business. iFixit has come out recently with replacement back cover screws, which is interesting. Are they new, different types, or so usually I should use like there's these plastic wedges that you can use. I tend to use my fingernails. It's kind of a, I don't know if it's a, whether it's a good habit or bad habit or not, but I tend to use my fingernails over the years with these types of things because they fit perfectly, typically in between, as long as I don't rip my fingernails off. Start by the trigger. Yeah, like right here is usually where I've started in the past. So, once again, I've opened up a deck. I've replaced. Like, if you've seen some of my past streams, I've opened up my wife's deck plenty of times. That yeah, her big black deck. I was able to replace it. Oh my gosh, I'm an idiot. I was gonna say this is not coming off right here. I swear I got the screw out. Already did not get that last screw out. There we go. The iFixit, man, is my favorite kit, honestly. This kit. I'm thinking about getting an electric one that has different settings so you don't strip. It's beautiful. Just look at the beauty. Let's make sure to hydrate. Also, if you have not yet, make sure to like, subscribe, bash that bell with your crowbar if you want to continue getting good old updates and notifications in the future. I do plan on doing a lot more Games Revealed stuff. Yeah, it's the Apple Watch. I actually quite like this watch. I've had Apple and Android watches. I really, really want to like the Android watch. It's just, I thought I'd hate this form factor. I love the square. The rounded square is just amazing. Look at that complicated mess. You have not created space. So there is potentially a solder point from my understanding, potentially, but we'll see. I probably won't do it tonight unless we really feel like it. So I guess we could go over this real quick. Oh my gosh, that's right. Hi. You've got the bad fan. Why don't you order a replacement? Give me your address. I'll order you a replacement. Hi. So these are like the back triggers. Not the biggest fan of how this is built. This is not meant to be a review. We've already gone over some of the stuff before. I actually am not the biggest fan of these back triggers, kind of the way they are. That being said, I also think they're good. They're nice. They're not annoying in any way. Unplug the battery. Should I unplug the battery or should I touch things with my thing? Okay, so the battery is right here. So let's actually, it's been a little while since I've taken my thing off. My the back casing off of a Steam Deck. This watch, it doesn't always... Actually, maybe it does always stay on. I don't know. All I know is I charge it every night. It does well. Honestly. But they really have been doing... So there should be down below like a merch section that you can see the t-shirts and all that. Looks like the video's having issues. Are you guys having issues with the video? YouTube's screaming at me saying that there's issues with the video. Yeah, all I gotta say, the coolest part about all this is that there's going to be so many people. There's going to be so many people making stuff for it. Okay, I'll see what I can do. See if there's I could potentially drop some stuff inside of OBS, but okay, I was gonna say it should even out. My internet really isn't that bad. Okay, well, let me know, chat, if it gets worse. I don't want you guys to miss out on all the goodiness. So this is the most important step after taking off the back casing, is this essentially heat shield. And then you got, in my case, that does look a little different. This looks a little different. So it looks like they added some extra heat shielding pads right here. And I don't know if this is 512 specific, or because in the 256 gigabyte version I have, the other one, it doesn't have these pieces to it. But this heat shield right here on the SSD is, yeah, it's there, just like the other one. Then this is the power button, right, or the power supply. This is... We'd probably honestly be fine replacing this. Yeah, we're dropping a lot of streamers, by the way. Or viewers, I should say. Get a different tip. I've never actually had it be this difficult. Then you got the heat pipe right here. And I believe this is the APU, which has the GPU, CPU built in, spreads it out to here where the cooler dissipates the heat. Usually it's pretty easy to take off, so I'm a little shocked. Sometimes you just gotta wiggle it. We're slowly getting there. With these types of things, it's usually best to have patience, which I am not the best with. But don't worry, I'm not going to be Linus. I'm not going to drop something. That's why I'm doing my stuff at my desk. If I did it like he did, I would be dropping this stuff like crazy. Okay, Andre, I'll get to your super chat here in a second. How's the stream doing? Is it doing better? I think the stream's normalized now. I gotta say, ooh, let me push back in. This is actually a lot harder than it was in my last one. Okay. Okay. They must have done something different with that hookup. This is a very large smartphone. Okay, let's see here. Andre has donated $10. Thank you, Andre. Gotta go to bed, but we'll watch the rest tomorrow morning. Thinks this is actually a mod I want to do. Good night, all. Good night, Andre. Thank you once again for the support. You are awesome. It's not an iPad. No, it is not an iPad. Jeremy, hopefully iFixit will have a better thumbsticks with everything already connected in the future. Well, I mean, pretty much everything's connected in the future, right? Or are you talking about? So, actually, come to think of it, yeah, this should be good. So, I haven't actually watched. So, if you guys know what to do, warn me if I'm doing anything bad. I actually haven't done this yet. I mean, I've had my fair share of screwing around with my electronic devices, but this is definitely one I haven't done. So I'm just going to go ahead and undo the right one. It's not a mod that should be too difficult. Is that the new compact portable? Yeah, compact. Oh my gosh. That hurt to watch, Zach Cat. Yeah, it might have hurt to watch. This was a very difficult power plug or whatever it's called. The other deck that I've done this on it came out easy. So. Okay. I don't want to put too much pressure. Use a sponger to lift the tabs on the ziffs. Honestly, I think Jeremy's talking about having the Gold Kit sticks with the analog caps soldered on already, so it's a drop in the replacement compared to you having to solder it. Ah. Oh, okay. So there's those. I know, I'm getting my little hands in there. So yeah, I could use something along these lines. I can find a stupid tool. So technically you could use something like this to pop open, because this has a little clamp that clamps down and secures the ribbon. So once that's open, you can hold this little TS blue, pop it off. So what I believe you're talking about, hi and Jeremy, is this little piece right here. My soldering skills are very rusty. I've only soldered. I used to solder a bunch more a couple years ago. It's been 5 years probably since I've last soldered. Skinny Pete, I did this with my deck. The wires might be hot glued over the solder pad, so you'll need tweezers and or a sharp blade to get the glue off first. I don't think there's any glue on this one, but I could be wrong. If this is the solder pole. Oh, well, no, you're right. You're onto something. I think there is some glue. So, Yeah, honestly, I would have paid an extra $10, if not more, to not have to do this step. Not that soldering is the most difficult thing to do. I just don't want to do it on stream. But we'll do it. We'll do it. You'll see me screw something up, I'm sure. Please tell me this is for fun and not because it has drift. It's for fun. Jeremy the Wicked. Jeremy, the last time I soldered something, it caught fire. Well, yeah, maybe you shouldn't solder things. Sorry, hate to say it. P.S. When soldering onto the new caps, put the wire at a 45-degree angle because those wires are short as F. Wolf. Well, we'll see. I turned the iron on. We'll see. I turned my soldering gun to about medium heat. Yeah, it's for content, honestly. This is just fun. I don't have to do this. I do have a backup deck I can use if this one goes south, or potentially contact Valve. Or honestly, if I ruin anything, as long as I don't ruin the main board, and maybe the daughter boards, I should be fine. Everything else is pretty replaceable, so I'm not too concerned. Once again, hi. Yeah, I have a backup deck. And you're right, my significant other might have something to say about that. But what if I just borrow without telling her? Huh. Gray and red. It even has a QR code right there. Look at that. Oop, sorry. Bad Samaritan came in late, but I think if Valve built Steam Link into the dock, it would make it worth buying. This would let you give any TV a wireless connection between both your desktop PC and Steam Deck. Well, yeah, it does have it built in, Bad Samaritan. That also makes me think, hey, maybe I should do another video on stuff that people might not know about it. Sorry, I like taking notes. So give me 1 second. Okay. Yeah, no. Steam, yeah, the SD or Steam Deck does have built-in Steam Link, back and forth. You can play games off your Steam Deck on your computer. You can play games from your computer onto the Steam Deck. It's Steam Client. It just has it built in. You have to enable it in settings, though. Is that what that is, Zach Cat? I actually don't fully know what the solder point's for. What is that for? I'm about to sneeze. Achoo! Achoo! That's a 2D barcode, not a QR code. Probably has the serial number or batch number of analog sticks. Well, anything could be a QR code if it looks like that, but I get you. Oh, it's good. It's interesting to know Skinny Pete about Ben Heck talks about this kind of stuff. Yeah, Cloud. I was going to get this JSOX dock today, but it was sold out. It was sold out quick. Yeah. Some of those things sell out really quick. There's still some great docks out there, though. Honestly, though, with how big ramp up is, expect a lot. Like, if you want to get something, you might want to buy it now because there's going to be a lot of people buying things because there are a lot of people getting Steam Decks and there's a lot of accessories that are tasty for it. So, oh, is that what that does? So if I don't, so the gyro only it gets activated when you hit the touch on that. That's what it is. I actually kind of hate that thing. It's kind of cool, kind of hate it. But you know what we're gonna do? We're still gonna do it though. Cause Wolf begged me to solder stuff on camera. She just, that is actually gonna be really annoying. Can I just burn the glue off? I know, Wolf. Just messing. Yeah, I don't have to solder it on this time, honestly. I'm tempted not to, just to... But we'll see. We have a little bit more time. We can chat while I work on this. It's dead. LoJack. Wolf did it. She killed the deck. What was the noise? I'm so bad at catching things. Well, if you subscribe, thank you for subscribing. Don't forget to like, subscribe, bash that bell with your crowbar. Yeah. So there's this little glue piece right here on top of the pre-existing solder that I need to get rid of. Oh, Wolf, you're not to blame. There are going to be updates. I don't know if actually Steam updates any of those flat packs. I guess they could if they wanted during one of their OS updates, but I have a feeling you're just going to want to go into that Discover store and hit that update button on all. Tip your soldering gun with a little solder first for heat transfer. What do you want heat transfer for? No, I like for the Skinny Pete. To be honest, I just put the iron and cut the wire taut to pull it through the glue, but the mileage may vary. I like to live on the edge. Yeah, actually, I was thinking about doing that. So, let's see. I'm checking to see how hot this is. Okay, I'm gonna turn this up, so don't mind me. I haven't used the solder gun in a little bit. I've used it before though. Honestly, I'm not really that concerned at this part. I think it'd be a lot for me to mess this part up. I think the 64 gigabyte is worth it. You can get a screen protector and add an SD card. 100%. Yeah, if you can't afford the other ones, Dark Gaming, the 64 is going to work great. You can upgrade it down the road. It's kind of a fun project, honestly. As you can see, you can eventually upgrade your sticks to non-drift. Like essentially drift resistant. And then touch the board with it? Yeah, I am so rusty with this stuff. I've never done it that way. Skinny Pete, I got a 1 terabyte micro SD card for $114 on Amazon. It was a Luxor, not as fast, but fast enough. Yeah, 100%. I've been a big proponent of Don't mind me as I poke through this. Hold on. Don't mind if I'm a little shaky. I worked out today. And I haven't worked out. I did a pretty decent workout. Lopez. Hi, Wolf. Hi, Brink. Welcome, Lopez. I had to place a screen protector on my 512 etch screen. Peace of mind if I change. Honestly, I think at this point, if my screen goes out or it gets scratched enough, I will just swap it out. That glue is actually very much getting in the way of this. I know this is enough to melt solder. I already melted some solder. So we'll see. You guys are distracting me with those subs. If we can keep those subs going, I guess distracting me some more so I mess up. Just seeing if I can melt this, but I'm going to turn the solder up a little bit. The solder gun. Yeah. Yeah, I'm wearing this shirt, LoJack, and I love this shirt, can I just say? I love the design. I love the creepiness coming into Halloween. I have actually another one coming, but it's from the fourth wall, because I'm trying the two different distributors. This one's from Teespring, and it's actually, they've gotten so much better. This is such a good shirt. I am excited about it. Max the heat out on this thing. I might just have to max the heat out on this thing. The Benaz cap. That Benaz cap is the one I recommend. Honestly, it worked great. Just don't get it for your 512. I mean, it won't like ruin anything per se. I know some people kind of say it does. I don't think it does. Just makes it so your anti-glare doesn't work. Honestly, and if this gets difficult enough, we just won't do this. Ooh. There we go. The problem is it's the glue. So. It's the glue is the biggest issue right now. So I'm just going to melt through the glue. I love doing stuff like this where it's just like, am I going to mess it up? Am I going to mess it up? Okay. Yeah, no, it's going to need to be scraped off. I can already tell. Let me find my razor. I heard that the with an OLED mod that it would take a driver or like an additional board that I think might be able to get fitted somewhere around here to get it to work. An OLED. But I bet you there's got to be a mod eventually that comes out. I just heard it's really expensive to make it worth it. So as long as there's a pre-existing screen for this size, I think it would be a lot easier. If they have to make a custom screen for this deck for an OLED, I don't know if it will happen. Is the rumors now right now. Sorry, it's the glue. Right now. That's causing most of the headache right now. So the worst mistake is cheaping out on an iron. Put flex to melt everything. Well, I don't solder enough, so obviously, I think I did get a cheaper iron. You want to tin your iron first. With some metal, like, meaning like solder, right? Now, I've done this before, but it's been more at workshops, and I've done it a little bit at my house. I haven't had too many issues, but it's the glue right now. I can get this part to melt. That's not my problem. This would actually be really easy if it wasn't for the glue. So there it is. Just cleaning it up a little bit. Yeah, they made those wires very short. So I'm sorry if I'm making people nervous. I really am just taking it slow. So I'm not really. So that was the right. This is now the left. Uh oh, hey, high tech, low life. How's it going? Welcome. It's good to have you, man. Yeah, the heat will get through it. It's just the heat. The glue's really, really slippery. Should we do soldering with Brink streams now? It's burning that glue off, which I'm inhaling and dying from. Crafts reveal. This will be my true OnlyFans. This is some NSFW work going on. Okay, it's really close. But I am going to turn this thing down. If the dock had Steam Link built in, you could connect your TV with your Steam Deck without having to have a smart TV. Oh. That would be really cool, actually. It kind of goes in. I'm going to have 500 different channels. Dylan getting high off the fumes? Hopefully not. Not too bad yet. Come on. The last one was so much easier than this one. I know I'm keep on pulling it off and on. I just really am trying to take it slow. So, how's everyone doing? I know this is a little slow. Okay, yeah, we might need to turn that back up again. Oh, I'm taking my time. So, should we put a bet out? Should we do a little bet wolf on like if I'm gonna burn my house down or not? I like a lot of different. I think there's glue on the back. The problem is the glue kind of is just everywhere. Is the biggest problem. Honestly, why would they glue it? Is it just to make sure it's extra secure? Were they having some issues with the solder or not? I just don't get the concept of gluing solder. Because the other one wasn't too bad. This one is really in there. Oh, am I sounding pretty bad right now? Oh, I don't even know how to pronounce your name. There we go. Sorry, I kind of went off screen. I'm gonna clean this up real quick. This is the edge of your seat kind of stuff. Yeah, honestly, I would have too. Okay, so this is the left one. Oh, I'm just going to take these off. Sorry about the feedback. We'll get this thing turned off very soon. Honestly, their joysticks have been good so far. I have not seen any issues yet. So right. Yeah, Silent Ripper. Yeah, no, honestly, I don't think of there is a real reason to do this unless you really want a better stick, if you want to just have fun with it, or, you know. So what I'm assuming with this is that you see that solder point right there? It's right there. Very similar on this. Actually, does that have... It does have some solder on it. It's not amazing, though. So it's supposed to wrap like this. So I'm going to just do this real quick just to see. I don't want to do it with the cap on. I don't want to melt the cap, because guaranteed I'm going to tap that thing with... It's a pretty short cord. But honestly, at least with this one, I'm going to be just fine with the right side. Yeah. Well, what you want to be concerned with is if you got a switch. That thing's going to eventually drift. I'm just... Just saying. Okay. I don't want to get the hot glue gun out. Do I really want to hot glue it? So I must have missed the reason why that you'd want to hot glue it. This is the part where... I hope I don't have it turned up too high. Oh, come on. Ah, screw it. I need to get more solder out. Do I have helping? I'll be fine. Like I said, I worked out a little hard today. Ooh. Well, I have never had solder do that before. Okay, stick on the spot. Is it too hot when it's sticking, or when it's like that? Don't mind me. Or is it too cold? You need flux. I'll look it up here in a second. The tip is oxidized. This should be like everyone. Okay, I'm gonna look something up real quick. Don't mind me. Give me 2 seconds. Honestly, I mean, I've done this before with this iron, and I have not had issues. Yeah. Wolf. I cannot believe you didn't warn me about this. No, I've used this gun before. I've got it to work okay. Yes. Is it perfect? No. Definitely, their heat temps are a little long. Oh, I'm just messing with you. Honestly, it's kind of fun, and people get to see how bad of a at soldering I am. It's not gonna stick though. So let's see here. This is just for fun, guys. Like I can always just put. I can always go and get a new gun. I can always do whatever I need to. I don't even need these because I don't use the gyro much. But I might ruin it, you know. But this one. This is just kind of more for fun than anything. Yeah, is it too hot when it's popping? Oh, man, I'm trying to find the happy medium because it's not melting otherwise. So that's what I thought, but I didn't reduce it. Let's reduce it a lot more. We're gonna mess around with this more. The fat part up here. Yeah, it's still. I don't really have a knife right here. Scrape the tip again. Lopez, we love you, break. Well, thank you. Curious question: do you have a chisels tip? Ah, you get to learn like how noob I am with these types of things. I don't know if I have. I have a knife, like a specific knife somewhere. I don't know where it is though. I'm not going to change the tip out on it. I don't have another tip. Because we can always put this back together without the touch things. This is, I haven't, for the most part, don't think I've ruined anything on this. This is, I am scraping the tip. I have something to scrape the tip with. I can even use this. I don't have a knife though. Oh, white wine vinegar, huh? Okay. I'll do that in a second. So I reduced the heat down. We'll see if we can get it to work. Still a little too hot, huh? The light coating right here on the top. It's still a little bubbly, which I think it is maybe still cooling down. Should have done some practice runs on this thing. Oh yeah, don't worry. Like, I'm just learning through this again. It's been a while. And I didn't use this gun, per se. This is just meant to do temporary things like this, honestly. I didn't get this gun for any other reason except for to do very, very little amount of soldering. I know that's not maybe the best reason, but well, I got it. Let's see here. Maybe your iron is camera shy. So for this part, knife is needed. For this part. I'll try it one more time, and then we don't have to do this tonight. That's kind of the fun of these videos, is just to screw around. But you're saying it's oxidized, right? And that's why it's balling up. Interesting. This stuff? Why would they put that on there? Because I think that's how it came. Yeah, I have a pad, I believe. That white is fine. Okay, so it's not this. I mean, yeah. I'm sure I'm frustrating everyone. We're going to call this soon. The tips itself is oxidized. Yeah, I did scrape the tip earlier. You probably didn't see it on the screen, though, but I did scrape this. Yeah, I kind of figured. But I have scraped the tip. With something that is sharp. No, I'm not using a lead solder. I'm using leadless. Yeah, that is stressful, Skinny Pete. Melting into little balls is called dewelting. Yeah, in the past, it's usually because I had it up too high or too low, like what someone mentioned. I did turn it down so it's not melting as fast. Yeah. We're almost done. I might have turned it down a little too much. Yeah, I'd assume the lead-free stuff wouldn't grab as well, but I'm not going to get the lead stuff. Unless I'm in an appropriate location. To do it. Pretty sure it is. Okay, there we go. Okay. It was up too high, and it just took a little too long for it to cool down, and this is a little too low. So, you can see it's gripped onto the spot right here. I know this much about it, so I have it prepared, the spot. Now I just need to heat it up, put the pin in, or the wire. And you guys got to see all that. This is the best part about doing live. Let's see here. Okay. There's plenty of runway for these. Tip the end of the wire with the solder first. You don't need a new tip. Your iron is fine. You don't need a knife. You want me to tip the wire first? It does already have solder on it, by the way. Yeah, this is how I've done it in the past, and it's worked fine for me. Even with wires and stuff like that. Like, this isn't my first time doing this. That being said, I am definitely not going to say I am expert in any way, or if I even know what I'm fully doing. But I have done this enough and had enough devices work. But I am definitely not an expert. But this is definitely needs to be turned up. It's the method that I was taught. It's the method I know. I know it works. Like, I love the help and everything. But ultimately, the biggest problem was that it was turned up too high. That's why it was balling. I don't know the terminologies very well. I agree, I could get a better solder. I have used much better solder guns than this in the past. It's been a very long time since I've soldered. But, yeah. I'm not claiming to say that this is going to be perfect or anything. My biggest issue is going to be just getting the heat right on this gun. This gun is very finicky when it comes to heat. So I'm going to take this off. I'm going to put a little bit more solder on this. Hey, Foombutter. Welcome back. Yeah, I know, especially for... So here's the problem with me soldering on screen. Is that I have not done it in a long time. I have soldered together game pads at IT events, stuff like that. And it's worked out decent enough. I don't need this thing to be perfect. I just need it to happen, and I am very rusty. So what are you guys playing on the Steam Deck these days? Playing anything fun? Come on. Yeah, now it's too hot. Gotta love that. And it's probably what you guys are saying too. Ugh. Almost there. I know I'm not being very talkative. We're gonna lose like the whole stream at this point. But that's okay. Oh, come on. I'm gonna turn this thing up just a little bit. I just beat the Sonic Mania port on the Vita, if that counts. Oh, jeez. On the Vita, huh? Did you mod your Vita, Fubuter? By the way, if I'm not I'm not mad at anyone that's helping and whatnot. I am a little frustrated. The reason I say that is that I am not perfect. Obviously, I made plenty of mistakes. I still did it. Not saying I did it right, but I knew that I was going to get it done. Let's see here. Which way was this one soldered on? It was soldered on this way. Interesting that they still stuck it on that same way. Huh. Interesting. Yeah. It's still fun, though. It's fun to kind of do these little things. Just say, hey, I did it. Cool. We're almost done, by the way, so, I mean, you can leave if people are getting bored or not, but we are getting close. Best thing I could have done was practice before the stream, but honestly, I have so much work I've been doing on everything, I just didn't give it time. My technique's just off is what the biggest problem is, I think, right now. Oh, come on, you got this. It's definitely not hot. It's the temperature thing that's getting me right now. But I think I'm going to get this. Low jack. Whoa, low jack. No, I do not piss excellence. I piss amazingness. I don't know. Screwing around. I'm heating it up just a little bit more, but it really is very close. The biggest thing is just it's the gun's heat controls. That's why these aren't the best. And also the tip and everything else everyone mentioned, but I know for sure right now it's the inconsistency in heating. So let's not do too sloppy a job and make it so much solder that it's bad. Okay. And we are so close. Okay, it's really close, guys. It's really close. Oh, that's the problem right now. Come on, heat it up. There we go. Cool, cool. Okay. Wait for that cool. Okay, it's done cooling. So I clipped it back in. It's right there. I don't think it's loose or anything. Should I hot glue it? I am not going to. The reason I'm not going to is because I'm going to do this. I'm going to hot glue it later. But while I clip the other thing in, we're going to do an ad break. Catch up on chat. And yeah, so whoever else is here, thank you. I will have memberships and stuff coming out soon. I don't think I ruined anything. Yeah, definitely not like the most graceful little piece, but they're done. This one has too much solder on it. It's got a little bit too much solder, but we're gonna be fine. The way that it's not gonna be crazy. I'm gonna turn off my solder gun. Okay, so right goes over here. Left goes over here. And get rid of the extra pieces because I was stupid enough not to heat the base. That was my biggest issue. So if you're watching this, watch the whole thing. Ad break was scary. Sorry, David. Yeah, and we had 50 people watching. Ad break took it down to 40. That's okay, though. They'll be back. Ooh, maybe not. Down to 36. People got scared off. Okay. Next up is screwing these back in. And let's clip these in. I'm very hands-on with my electronics. I have had very little issues with being hands-on with my electronics, especially if I've been touching metal enough. Grounding myself, that is. It's not about touching metal. It's about grounding yourself. But yeah. So clip that in. You can always use one of these. Ooh, I am bad at being in the camera. Yeah, I get a little hands on. I don't recommend it to others because I don't want to be liable. But excuse me. But when I've had to do stuff like this in the past, I've been pretty handsy. My poor black deck is, I just get a little too handsy with it. Okay. If it ticks, we can mod it. Hey, we don't tick, and you can mod yourself now. You can be a full-fledged cyborg. Various different ways. I knew someone in St. George, Utah, that started modding himself. Has like, you know, I think like memory embedded in his skin somewhere, and it's wireless. So all he has to do is click into the computer or something like that, like, or be next to it. Indian guy asked a question, got the info, and just runs unbelievable. By the way, Silent, thanks for the help, and thanks everyone for helping. I was just getting more frustrated because I was doing this. I wasn't doing the most proper or the most basic thing you needed to do. Why would you cut the short wire cable? You can use a desoldering kit or a piece to desolder from it, but like I mean, we'll see. We'll see if mine work. But ooh, I'm gonna strip those screws. Try not to over tighten. And really, you should. Really doesn't take much to do this piece. This is not meant to be rocket science in any way. Just as a heads up, guys. The glue is the most annoying part, which you can melt through. Beyond that, though, you can just use your soldering gun to, I have an interesting first time, essentially, soldering story I'll give in a second. But, just tap that glue long enough, melt it, then melt the solder, pull the cable out. Then with the new controllers, if it doesn't have solder already on the point, heat that point up for a little bit, tap it with some solder, melt some solder onto it, and then prep your cable, guide it in. There's other techniques that I'm sure are better. I just know it's tried true. I've done it multiple times. It works decent enough for an amateur. Beyond that, we'll see if I eat my words when this doesn't work. But I'll let it done this time and I remember how to do it. Not too scared. Now, story time with Brink. Story time with Brink. I'll try to do more story times with Brink because I actually have quite a bit. If people don't know, I've actually lived in Russia before. Здравствуйте, комар. No. But no, I do know some Russian. I know that it's not the most liked place in the world right now, but I have lived in Russia before, and it's kind of interesting, and I do have stories on that with Russian mafia and whatnot. I am American. I'm not a sleeper agent. LoJack. LoJack thinks I'm a sleeper agent. Yeah, exactly. I'm not religious anymore, but it was for religious reasons that I was over there. Dream. You're just gonna have to like. It was cool. I liked visiting Russia. It was like it definitely wasn't first world country kind of thing in the outskirts. When you get downtown of the big cities, definitely was more first world. Once you get out to the outskirts, it's definitely third world. And this can be a little bit of some European places, but watching 6-year-olds smoke cigarettes out in the boonies was not fun. Satan. Well, thank you, Satan. Satan. How long? Whoa, that's cool. How long in Russia? I was there for 2 years. It was interesting. You thought about moving? Russia is cool, Dream. It is cool. I really like it. St. Petersburg is amazing. It is an amazing tourist destination. I really liked it there. I'll have to do a whole story set because I have plenty of stories, some really weird stories. I'll have to do that in my sub channel, like in another channel I have, which is TH3 Brink. I haven't done anything on that in a while, but I do plan on doing like a lot of my random stuff there, even video games and all that. Consider visiting Sri Lanka and Vietnam. Honestly, they're on my list to visit. I actually heard Vietnam is a really good tourist place for U.S. citizens. Okay. So with my soldering, my first soldering experience. So we're done, guys. If you're new here, we did it. Supposedly, we'll find that out. Should I swap out my drive now? I really want to get a 2 terabyte drive. I think I will swap this out for a 2 terabyte. But that's, once again, content, having fun with all this. Okay, so let's put this heat piece back on. Oh, let's put the power back in. Yeah, no, I love I love doing story times. I love doing all that stuff. Story time though with soldering is that my first experience soldering, and it worked, was with a wood burning iron. As a kid, I had a wood burning iron. I also had an issue with, let's see, the little light turned on. Now, as a little note with this, you want to make sure it's flush in as much as you can. Because this is a piece that, if it wiggles out, it will cause all sorts of varying issues with your devices. And in this case, the Steam Deck. Okay. But yes, my first experience was with a wood burning tip or whatever. It's essentially a lot like this. It just shouldn't get as hot, but I was able to bump that thing's heat up all the way that I could, and it did work. I need to clean off the tip. I will clean out the tip later, like you guys talked about. I used a wood burning kit, and I did repair one of my old pieces. I don't even remember what it was. It was some old electronic thing, and the internet was a thing, and I was able to figure it out. But yes, I have soldered with a wood burning kit. That being said, I am obviously not even an amateur when it comes to this stuff. I just know my limit. Like, I know what I can and can't do in the sense of, like, will I break this or will I not break this? I knew that I was, we'll turn this thing on before we really see if I broke anything. But I'm not too concerned. I really don't think I broke anything. And if I did, it was worth it. Where is that other screw? Or is this the last screw? Yeah, for real, a wood burner. Yeah, it was. I don't remember how it worked, but it did work. It wasn't great, but it did work. I am missing a screw, I think. Yeah, the screw that goes right. Sorry, give me a second. I'm trying to figure this out. Huh. Yeah, look at that. I am missing a screw right there. Okay. You just static zapped. Ooh, sorry. I am pressing down. So it clicks down. Everything seems to be installed well. Oh, Skinny Pete. It calibrates the center. One last thing. There is a tiny clicker button on the inner side of each thumbstick. When powered on, nothing touching the stick, and press each stick's button on the PCB. Oh. Is it this thing? Oh, look at that. So it's these little buttons right here. Good call. I was wondering about those and the instructions. Wow. Should I just do random tutorials where it's like, no. Guys, I'm not giving you a tutorial. You're giving me a tutorial. Walk me through how to fix this. That's probably why I do YouTube. I am not liking life right now. I am missing a screw. Let's make sure. I'll figure it out later. I don't know how I missed a screw, though. Because I'm pretty sure I put all the screws back where I needed to. Oh, well. I'll have Hi send me one of his. See if he's even awake. Oh, no. Wolf, this was less stressful. Yeah, it's going to be a little not cool, but I don't think it's going to cause any issues. I'll find the other screw later. Okay, so you want to turn it on. Do you want to, how far do we want to go in turning this on? Okay. Oh, you're right. Thank you, Skinny Pete. Oh my gosh, I can't believe it. I have removed it a bunch. Didn't think that one through. Cool. Easy enough. So, what? Is there an update? So, let's see here. Just the main menu is good, but I like to be in the joystick calibration menu. Okay. Actually, how do you get into the joystick calibration menu? I've actually never had to really calibrate. Honestly, okay, you were just in here. Calibrate. Yeah, this is the calibration, right? Do I start testing or are you just in here and then do it? YOLO. Actually seems good so far. I am just going to click these buttons down. Put the dead zone to near 0. Oh, I haven't done it yet. Okay. Just see this. You set this to 0? How do you set it to 0? Okay, well, I have it set to whatever the default is. Oh, you have yours at 2,000, Zach Hat. That makes sense. Ooh. All the way to the left. So it's bouncing around like that. Then click it. Okay. I'm assuming that's adjusted. Okay. Let's go to the right one. All the way. So this is just making it really small, really precise, right? Click that. Let's click this back piece again. Okay. Let's move it. Let's see. Can we move it around? Or did I break it? Okay. Whew. I was like, is it not working? Okay. Click this one more time. Okay. I'll adjust these later. So, okay, cool. No, I get it. Yeah, everything seems to be fine. I did the testing, adjusted it, I pressed the button again. Everything seems to be centered fine. Okay. Just going to put that to sleep real quick. Going to slap this thing back on. We're going to kind of read up on chat a little bit and sign off. Yeah. I was thinking, should I solder, should I not? And as we got closer, I'm like, I'm just going to do it. It will make for some interesting content, you know. Make Games Revealed, you know, kind of a clown YouTube channel where, you know, I mess everything up. Not an authority. I'm just messing, guys. Honestly, though, I will say this again, preface that I am not an authority on soldering. And so far it looks like it's doing well. We'll blast some games soon. Skinny Pete, this was a lot of fun. This is my first time participating in the live stream. Well, you know what? You did an amazing job. Thank you. Yeah, I'll tweak it some more, Zach Cat. If I'm not afraid to take it, you know, the back panel off or whatever I need to do. I'm not, you know, too concerned. Great way, informative. Thank you. Get to see how obedient I am with taking. Honestly, not very hard. The thing I have a hard time recommending people to get these sticks is that you have to solder, but do you have a soldering gun? Honestly, That's the thing that I don't think most people have. You might have access to it. And if you go to school, whether a college or a high school, there is more than likely a maker shop there. They still do maker shops, right? Oh, Wolf, I don't know. Putting on the skin was really stressful. You saw how I did the orange skin on my deck, the other deck, my wife's deck. It doesn't line up perfectly. It does not line up perfectly. You have to use a heat gun, or in my case, I don't have a heat gun. I have a hairdryer. That being said, honestly, I would rather do this again than do a skin. And with my amazing skills of AK, I remember how to solder better. I could do this in a quarter of the time I just spent. But I feel like that's always the case. Okay. It's all put back together. I didn't have a missing screw. I feel like I did the missing screw. Do not look up my past streams because I probably did the missing screw last time. It means I haven't. Let's see. So is that just really, or is that not right? What? Why would this do? I think their adjustment stuff's kind of messed up. Well, let's play a game. Let's just see if things are off. Honestly, I do like the feel of these a little bit more. An 898. Yeah, I got like a Soviet era soldering gun or something. Skinny Pete. I'm assuming most people, because I've used these before. I know they're not the best. This old school style soldering gun, I know it's not the best, and obviously me just doing it barely, the heat temps were not amazing. Let's go ahead and do Doom Eternal. What? Oh, it's like don't install. Okay. Let's plug this bad boy in. It is a little stiffer. It's more, well, I don't know. I'm trying to decide if it is stiffer. I like it though so far. Well, the part that was truly my fault was, oh, come on, don't. I know I have this installed on the deck. What? We'll do some Back 4 Blood. I really like Back 4 Blood on the Steam Deck, honestly. I've been playing the campaign. It's really hard. It's much better on the keyboard and mouse, but it's been fun playing it in bed. Me and my wife will play Back 4 Blood in bed. That sounds more scandalous than it is. And there's a couple other games we'll play in bed sometimes. Oh, I bet it is rusty paint. I'll have to, I'll replace this in the future when I do more soldering projects. This was a little stressful because I messed up one thing, and that wasn't preheating the pad where you need to actually put the solder. Silent Ripper. It's hard. Sometimes a little tip on that one is finding games that she'll kind of get into and playing together. So weirdly enough, it's not like my wife's the biggest fan of zombie games or anything like that, but when we were dating, I got her Left 4 Dead, and she really liked it. Because we'd help each other out. And we'd play, you know, she just loved the concept of us working together towards something. Shooting zombies, which, you know, obviously love at first sight. Yeah, no drift or anything. I'm okay. I'm not looking at the screen now. Luang 2, do you plan on installing a larger NVMe SSD? I do plan on installing a larger one when the 2 terabytes become more readily available. If anyone has a link to one that I can get that's a reasonable price, I'll buy it now. Let's actually play against some zombies. Silent Ripper, oh my gosh, my wife likes to try Left 4 Dead sometimes, but gives up after 5 minutes. Try something more like, yeah, they have a new character, the Prophet Dan. Try something more along the lines of, I'm trying to remember what it is, hold on. Gunfire Reborn, maybe she'll like. It's not as hard. I feel like Left 4 Dead has gotten harder. Like Left 4 Dead 2, I went and we played it on the server. So every Sunday we play. For me, it's Mountain Standard Time of 2:00. We will play games. We played Left 4 Dead this last one. It was a holiday, made it a little easier. And that game was difficult. We went down hard. My deck comes in the morning and my M.2 drive on Monday. Well, download everything to... Oh, crap. Did I... Oh, my gosh. That's true. My wife does love Left 4 Dead. I do think I like these controllers more. These sticks, these modules. Sorry, I'm just messing around with it now. I don't want to go too far because I think if I give up right here, it'll be fine. But this is actually the level me and my wife are playing. I don't want to mess it up because you only have so many continues you can use. Yeah, if you can start... So, like, my wife, she's not the best at FPS, but she's gotten better over the years. But, yeah, if they get too frustrated, people don't want to keep on playing. So my tip is definitely to start out with something a little simpler. Gunfire Reborn can be a little difficult, but it's easier than Left 4 Dead. But it doesn't have some of the same mechanics, but yeah. Borderlands. Borderlands is another one. Borderlands is a really good game to get your significant other into, potentially. It's co-op, story-based. It's fun. It can be easy. You can set it to pretty easy, so it's not too big of a deal. There's a lot of things you can do with Borderlands. Borderlands 2 is an all-around classic game. That's one I recommend. My wife, it's probably one of her favorite games ever, if not of all time, is Borderlands 2. My girlfriend started with Doom. Hey, those are the classics. Those are one of my first ones too. It's probably my first game on the Mac. Yeah, I do like this too. Honestly, I like these sticks. I'm glad I did this mod, honestly. Okay, now that we're done with this, let's go. There's a couple of deals going on. I actually want to recommend some deals to people. First up, Wolf, can you throw... Let's switch back over. We're going to get off soonish, but I want to make sure you guys know about some of the good deals that I know about. And honestly, the biggest reason I know about them is because I'm a part of the Games Revealed community. And I can be vigilant at checking the news and all that. Even though I do Steam Deck news and all that, they're more vigilant than me. And there's a lot of things that are definitely good deals going on right now, and I do want to share that with you while we chat and whatnot. Let me throw the link out. Wolf, can you throw this onto the description too? These are affiliate links that I have. Well, not everything in my description is an affiliate link, but these are little cutbacks that help grow the channel. And I do pay for servers. Like, we've done 7 days like this. Got 99 problems, but a screamer ain't on. This will weird out your friends and everything. It is a fun graphic. Perfect timing too, going into the Halloween season. It just pays for stuff that we do, like buying these modules, accessories, paying staff, whatnot. Not like we have a lot of staff, but there's cost there, and it goes to a good cause. I'll just say that. It's not like it's going to another Bugatti. I'm not gonna. Not that I have any. I have a Mazda. Let's see here. Sorry, I am doing what I do best is distract myself. Just getting this link real quick for you guys, so that if you do want to get these controllers, modules, these joystick modules, if I can say it right, you can do it from this link. Okay, let's see here. Oh, thanks, Wolf. Yeah, there's fanatical pick and choose and all that. Then there's also the let's make sure to add these to description too, Wolf. There is also one more thing. Just need to find it real quick. Sharing is caring. It's this. Throw it into the chat, and then we can also look at it too. We can do a little field trip time. I like to do field trips, is what I call them. You're gonna share. Turn this off. We're gonna turn this on. Oh, already doing it. So right now, speaking of Borderlands, I honestly wish it was all three of them. But the 2K Mega Hits bundle is honestly pretty decent if you like golfing. I haven't tried. I want to get to a point where I can say that these bundles, what's supported and what's not on the deck. But I think some of the XCOMs do work. I think some of them don't. But I think that's slowly becoming more approved. Borderlands, I believe, it works. BioShock, I know works. I haven't tried Mafia yet on it. Duke Nukem Forever. You got to have the classics, right? More XCOM, Civ City, Rome. And this is Army Men RTS. Isn't this such an old game? A lot of old weird ones. You got WWE. Railroad Tycoon actually could be kind of fun. I think these are all Steam, or most of these are Steam-based, if not all. Yeah, right here. Multiple operating systems. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yep. Skinny Pete, yes, go to the links. Thanks for joining the Discord. Yeah, we have a good time. Make sure to stop by and say hi. I've been a little absent because work's been a little bit more demanding the past few weeks, but I try to jump in more and more, and I actually do want to do a special event sooner or later where we just really have a fun time. So, but we have people that do 3D printing. Not too many people that are in the maker space, but there's more. Maybe I'll get more into it, as I am now a solder master with my soldering gun that's not amazing. The code is on ProtonDB. Oh, if you get Mafia Definitive Edition, you have to add a line of code in the boot settings in Steam. The code is on Proton. Oh, so there's a couple of games that are like that where you have to edit that. I'm wondering, honestly, if that's the case, they should be able to add that to Proton. So I'm hoping that Proton or Proton GE fixes that issue then. If it's just a configuration on booting the game up, when booting the game up. Skinny P, I have been 3D printing for 3 months now. And I've made some cool stuff for the Steam Deck. I have a 3D printing video, but I'm obviously not like I justified getting it for this channel. I've wanted one for a while. I've had people I've known for a while that have had it, but I wanted to make some stuff for my deck, and I have, and it's awesome. I've been meaning to do giveaways for this stuff, and I am woefully behind on everything, but I am going to get there soon. The code skips the launcher. Oh, interesting. Can you skip the launcher for like some of the other games? I haven't tried skipping launchers before. The 2K launcher crashes the deck. That's, I still think, something they could build into Proton, though. Bad Samaritan, just want to let you know I really appreciate this stream. Gives me a lot of more confidence going into my own stick upgrade when I get my deck later this month. Hey, you know what? I'm glad it gives you confidence. You can see that, hey, even I can do it. So it's not that hard, apparently. Honestly, just don't touch anything random with your solder gun. As long as you stick to that solder point and your gun's heat is well enough, it should do well enough. Some you can, but if it works, then don't fix it. Yeah. All according to plan. No, I'm glad that this helped and everything. We're looking at this. I forgot I was still streaming, or sharing. But yeah, the Humble Bundle stuff. I want to look at the one more thing, and then we can. Any last words before we? Oh gosh. Hi. Is watching the stream on his deck. He would. Ooh, Doom Eternal. I don't know if it's on this list at all. Doom Eternal is so good on the deck. That being said, it is more difficult without a keyboard and mouse, but I have a keyboard and mouse, like portable kit that I probably will do a video on sooner or later that I use, and it's fun. Honestly, it is fun just to. I'll be upstairs. Don't want to get on my computer because I work on my computer all day, and that's one of the things I like about the Steam Deck. And just slapping a keyboard and mouse on there with Doom Eternal, it looks great. Doom Eternal runs so good on the deck. I am so surprised. Dead Island is also one that I have not played through much, but I do. Red Faction Guerrilla Master works great on it. I know that. It's fun. I haven't tried Doom 3 yet, but I'd assume it would work pretty decent on the deck. It really just knows what they're doing when it comes to optimizing games and making games work well. Like, they have definitely got that solidified. Yeah, that's a pretty good little, let's see, 7 for 19. Wow. It wasn't Homefront, like, just horrible. It was a game I was so excited for, and it was not good. Yes, Wolf, I know Doom Eternal isn't, but Doom is, and Doom is very similar to Doom Eternal, and if you haven't played Doom before playing Doom Eternal. Doom Eternal is the next game of the new Doom reboot, if you want to call it that. Some of these games look like they'd be really fun to play on the deck, so I'm excited about this, actually. Okay, with that, let's finalize with chat. Yeah, so Doom 2016 was the one that was on there. Just to preface one more time, Doom 2016 is really fun. Doom Eternal is even better. But I definitely recommend starting out with Doom. I recommend starting out with Doom 2016 because honestly, if you play too much Doom Eternal, it will ruin Doom 2016 kind of, because Doom Eternal plays so much better than Doom 2016, in my opinion. It is a masterpiece. They're my favorite Dooms, and I like Doom 3 quite a bit. Okay, Bad Samaritan. I'd like to recommend their Rhenology 7200 milliamp 266 watt power bank for anyone who wants to spend a week in the woods playing their deck. I have it, and it's fantastic. I use it to charge my camera and phone. That's awesome, dude. If you're a part of the Discord, throw a link into Sharing is Caring. We love getting recommendations like that. If not, I will try. Wolf, do you want to note that for me? That'd be really awesome if you could note that for me, and I will look it up later. I have a pretty good one. I have a couple of battery banks, honestly. that work pretty good. I went camping recently with the deck. I only needed to charge it. Well, actually, honestly, I have a charging thing with my car, and I was camping with my car. I charged it with the car while going to hikes and stuff. Long, I'm curious if we have to re-download the game onto our SD if we install a new NVMe SSD with the clean state SteamOS. Of course, the pre-cache data will be re-downloaded. I'm not 100% sure about the pre-cache stuff. I think you would be able to move that onto an SD card. But you can move your games from and to the SSD. So if you install the game on your NVMe drive and then you move it to an SD card, install the new NVMe, and then you can move it on over. If you do install only on the NVMe and you install a new one, it's gonna be gone. Bobby, Apple launched an amazing lineup. What would you like, Bobby, on the lineup? I have an iPhone. I've been wanting to go to Android. I have not actually been very happy with Android's interface lately. It just hasn't gotten better. I'm waiting for their new UI pieces to come out, but I haven't. Yeah. But it has picture-in-picture. And that is one thing I will say. I am going to go sporadic time now on you guys. I apologize. Sporadic time. It's a little bit of a hint because I've been meaning to do my review, and I've been really just taking my time on this. So the Odin, is an Android device. You can stream games, do all that stuff, fun stuff. It has, because with YouTube, I like watching YouTube videos. That's tends to be how I get a lot of information, is to distill it down into a channel that I like to watch, whether it be news, whatever it is. You can do picture-in-picture. So when you start watching YouTube, if you just kind of, I can't remember how to initialize, but I think if you essentially just navigate away, I think you might need YouTube Premium from this. I'm not 100% sure. It will then show a little minified little player in the bottom right, and you can move that around, and then you can go play games while you watch your videos. I love it. And with I think the way SteamOS game mode is built in, there might be a chance to enable Chrome to do that picture-in-picture. I'd have to look into some of those things, but a plugin would be pretty cool. I've looked into it. It uses React and the UI library like that. If that's the case, there's a good chance we could get picture-in-picture on. So someone could make a plugin. I don't have the time. I am a developer by trade to do that, but it would be awesome if I had time to do that. I'm also making a video game, and that takes time too. Okay. I am going way off track. I don't want to bore you guys anymore. Let's finalize this list and say goodbyes. Brandon, aka Chad and Cat, that's how Shadow of the War is. It is so much more fun than Mordor to me anyways. Yes, that's why I didn't want to play it first. I need to finish Mordor. That makes sense. 2016 was it getting the boots wet. Eternal is them going ham. Yes, 2016 was like, they really were just going back to the roots, but also trying to reinvent the basics of like a shooter like Doom, and they did an amazing job. Like, that studio is just amazing. I wish Dbrand will let you mix and match skins still. Oh, they don't let you do that anymore? Yeah, that's what I did. I had the back be that one, then the front be orange. Back was the camo black or gray, and the front was orange. But the thing is, I love that camo black. I'd actually go probably full camo black if I'm going to be doing the Dbrand case, though. Does Gunfire Reborn play good on the Steam Deck? Asks Silent Ripper. Okay. Yes, it does. It runs really well. In fact, that's a game, I don't think I've upped the graphics or messed with the graphics too much, but that's a game I can play. Me and my wife were playing it, and I'd have about 3, maybe even 4 hours if I'm lucky, with battery. I was just playing it there, and the battery was not going down fast, and the estimated battery was around 3, but I think it would have been 4, because it was not dropping fast at all. It was, let's just say, it was really good with that game, and that game is not the most demanding, but it still looks great. Rusty Paint, I moved an SD card from one deck to another. Awesome. Yeah, no, your SD, okay. Yeah, if you're talking about SD card wise, you're going to do just fine moving it from deck to deck. It will most likely have to rebuild those, rebuild those shaders, but beyond that, you should be pretty good. I want Pine to get together and become the de facto. I don't know what Pine is. Oh, maybe I'm thinking, okay, the off-grid emergency SOS and the Ultra Watch Apple has pick and pick. Did they finally enable picture-in-picture? Because it's really been pissing me. Okay, so the Apple APIs have picture-in-picture built in, meaning they're there. I looked them up. I've done mobile development quite a bit in the past. They have picture-in-picture enabled. Nothing is supported technically. They've deprecated it. If they're bringing it back, that's awesome. Oh, Pine is a phone OS. Interesting. I'm really curious about Fuchsia. I think it's Fuchsia. It's the new Google one that's going to be their new operating system that's going to, I think, be the spiritual successor of Android. And the reason I say this is because I believe their main UI layer or like framework, whatever piece is going to be Flutter, and I love Flutter. That probably means nothing to anyone here, but I figured I'd say that. Yes, on YouTube with no premium. Oh, nice, Bobby. Then maybe maybe I will get another iPhone. Honestly, I'll probably get an Android too as I get further into this channel. I think mostly we're going to be covering a lot of Steam Deck, but as we get further, I'm going to branch out. I do want to do a little bit of mobile gaming, but it's more of the accessories of like controllers and stuff like that, and I'll need an Android for that. And I do have some older Androids, but I want a newer Android for those things, for testing and whatnot. I have a first-gen Apple Watch coming in tomorrow, Bobby. Hey, I like mine. Mine's a third, I believe, a second or third, and I really like this. I really like my watch. The headphones, give or take, I'm going to be trying out, I think soon, I want to try them out on the deck too. The AirPods are not great with the deck. They're good with the deck, but they have connection issues. I've connected them to about anything like laptops, whatever. With the deck, I think it's more on the Apple side, but they're just not like. I've had issues where I've connected the AirPods, and then disconnected them, turned off the device and all that, and then later on when I go to connect them to the Steam Deck, they don't connect. They'll just be an eternal trying to connect kind of indicator, and I've even turned off all my other devices, or made sure no other device would connect to the AirPods, and it still had that issue. So, yeah. Okay, Bobby. So they've enabled that on the new operating system. Is that something you have to get the new device to do? Because that really pisses me off about Apple, and is another reason I'm teetering over to go to Android, is that them doing newer features for newer phones on their operating system, so it forces you to upgrade when that's just a purely software upgrade, not a hardware upgrade. Skinny Pete, even though I don't understand the programming stuff, I enjoy listening. Yeah, I try to keep it not too complicated with that, as it's just going to be boring. But I do like to give the reasons why I like stuff. I think it's an Apple thing because I tried charging my deck with a 65-watt Apple. Yes, Skinny Pete, I had the same issue too. He couldn't get it to work well enough. I mean, it works. It's the slow trickle. It's because the ampage, I think, is different. The voltage. It's not yeah. Okay. Thanks for the info. We'll try the game for my wife. Good job. See you guys later. See you, Silent Ripper. Yeah, it's fun times. Yeah, I hope your wife enjoys it. Borderlands and Gun and Fire Reborn, honestly. With that, if you are just catching the stream out now, you can go back and watch me fumble around with the soldering of my deck. It wasn't, in the end, it technically wasn't difficult. It was more frustrating because I know the steps to get it to work. Just had a little bit of struggle there due to heat issues and not prepping the heat pad area, essentially the solder area. It's a little metal piece that you can stick your solder gun on, heat it up. It will allow for the solder to adhere to it better when it dries. It's probably not the proper terminologies for that, but I am trying. Okay, guys, after party in the Discord. If you have not gone there to sign up to chat with us, I will. If you ping me, I will try to respond in there as soon as I can. I do have work during the day, but I do try. Thank you guys for watching. Excuse me as I have a dry throat. Catch my other videos, and we're going to be doing this as we get bigger and bigger. We'll be doing more live streaming and stuff like that. I think these are really fun. I love chatting with you guys. You guys are awesome. And with that, I've already said all the other stuff. Now it's the awkward silence time as I say goodbye. Awkward silence as I try to figure out how to end the stream.